Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's pick a card reading is going to be about what energy are you guys moving into. So I'm going to have three piles today. Pile number one is going to be the flamingo, pile number two is the dolphin, and pile number three is the butterfly. So go ahead and pause the video now if you need more time, and I will see you in your pile selections. Hey group one, if you chose the flamingo, this is going to be your reading on what energy are you moving into. So spirit guides, can you please tap me into the collective of my group number ones, the flamingo pile? What energy is my group number ones moving into? Okay, very interesting. They're showing me an oyster, and inside the oyster is a pearl, okay? And you guys are that pearl. So what Spirit's telling me and showing me clairvoyantly is, I don't know if you guys know how a pearl is made, but it's from either a parasite or a piece of sand that gets inside the oyster, and the oyster secretes something, and then eventually it makes, it forms the pearl. So what I'm getting from that is you guys have dealt with something where, it was a little bit more tricky or hard in your life because the parasite, so to speak, got inside somehow. And this is all metaphorical, guys. So the parasite got in and you guys turned it into a pearl. So what energy you're moving into is out of whatever that hard thing was, whatever that piece of sand or that parasite is for you, you guys made it into a pearl. And now it's like you're going to show people, in this next chapter of your life, what you're made out of, or, how if you went through something dark, so to speak, you're coming out this like shiny pearl on the other side of it. You're going to be in this you're moving into this very balanced, I want to say zen-like, calm energy, very, very grounded here. Maybe you guys are feeling more down to earth, more practical. I'm hearing taking things in stride, okay? So when something does happen to come up in your life, I feel like you're more balanced and you're more apt to handle it better. But I feel like you're moving into the pearl aspect of life here, okay? So let's get into the cards. Pile number one, what energy are they moving into, Spirit? What energy are my pile number ones moving into? Yeah, the Two of Cups. And look, I think she's even holding, like, it looks like an oyster to me. I feel like you're going to show people, oh, yeah. So they're playing me the song. I don't know if you guys ever heard the song. I think the artist's name is Labrinth, and it's See Beneath Your Beautiful. And it's basically talking about how you're going to be allowing people to see beneath the beautiful of you, like, see you without makeup, or see you, see your flaws and realize that they're not flaws. I feel like you guys have come to love yourself with this Two of Cups, and you might be in this next chapter in the energy that you're moving into. I feel like you could be meeting somebody because you've done a lot of work on yourself here, pile number ones, and I feel like Spirit is saying you're ready to meet somebody, okay, that's going to reflect back to you all the things that you've become. So yeah, because you're in this very like balanced, see beneath your beautiful, you're letting people in. This is a very calm King of Cups. Yes, this is very like beautiful, emotionally mature energy here. And I feel like with this King of Cups here and the Two of Cups coming out, very balanced emotions. I feel like you're moving into a very emotional time. However, it's going to be very balanced. I feel like you're not going to let things really affect you or get to you like they used to, because you've learned, you've slowed down with this Knight of Pentacles here, and you've learned like the blueprint of how to deal or how to cope. Or I feel like you guys are very like okay, yes, this is what I was feeling, like the Nine of Swords. I feel like you learned how to like manage and cope with stress. I feel like the energy you're moving into is, even when stressful situations do come up, as they always will, because life is just ebbs and flows, you guys can handle it better. And again, you're ready to bring somebody else in if you so desire, because you're in this balanced energy, okay? Overall energy is the Page of Swords. Yeah, and this is all about like learning for me. So I feel like, and the swords are the mind. It's like, I feel like you've conquered your own mind here, pile number ones, and if you so desire, you can bring somebody else in, because look at the Devil here. The Devil is about, you know, fears and you know, toxic patterns and all sorts of, I feel like you guys have faced, I feel like pile number ones, you've done a ton of shadow work, and the energy you're moving into is away from that, because you've learned lessons. With the Page of Swords here, you've learned these lessons, and I feel like you allowed yourself to kind of be pulled back like a bow and arrow, like you pull the arrow back so that it can shoot forward, right? I feel like you guys are now moving into the energy of like moving forward in life and just being on like an even keel here. Definitely people who have chosen this pile, if you're resonating with this message, some of you may have suffered from anxiety or mental health issues, and I feel like you've learned how to balance them, or that is the energy you're moving into, okay? You're going to be very, some of you may even, they're showing me how the flamingo here, he's standing on one leg, and they're telling me about like yoga, like a tree pose, or maybe some of you are going to be in this new energy incorporating some sort of what do you call that, yoga practices or some sort of exercise where it helps you deal with like stress. Or I feel like the energy you're moving into is coping and learning how to stay calm in, you know, everyday life here. What's the Two of Cups? The Page of Cups, more cups. And I feel like you've learned with the pages are like new, okay? New energy. You've learned how to like be your own umbrella, to shelter yourself from any storm. And I feel like now you're very balanced, and you're very, or if you're not there now, that's the energy that you're going to be moving into, where it's like you can cope with anything that comes up, but because you're in that energy, you're going to have a lot less stressful things, because you attract what you are. And because you guys are calmer and handling things in such a different way, I feel like you're going to be attracting better situations for yourself. And this guy here, he's barefoot, and so is she. I feel like you guys should go out and ground, or maybe you guys do that when you're feeling overwhelmed. I feel like the energy that this pile is moving into is calmer times. I just heard steady. You're steady now. What's the King of Cups? Temperance. This is 1000% the energy that I'm feeling, guys. Extremely balanced, okay? We've been talking about the balance here with the flamingo, and he was balancing on the one leg, right? Very, very calm, balanced, centered. This is the energy you're moving into, healing, okay? You've healed something within yourself that was causing you, like, I don't know, they're telling me that some of you had like spinning thoughts, like intrusive type thoughts, and you've learned, or you're about to be moving into the energy where you've learned how to conquer those things, and you're feeling very calm, zen. Yeah, it's such a beautiful energy. It's very, very calming, very relaxing. The Lovers at the back. And again, I feel like Spirit is saying that you're ready to bring somebody in, because you're very, very calm, and you're going to attract somebody that's very calm as well. What's the Nine of Swords? You're more like in the flow here, guys. Judgment. Absolutely. You guys have worked on how you handle things. Your judgment is different. Okay. Maybe a lot of times with this clarifying the Nine of Swords, you would, like, when something happened, you guys would get nervous or stressed out, or, some of you even would turn into like angry because of these situations. But now it's like you've learned how to temper yourself and calm yourself, and the energy that you're moving into is going to be way, way different, guys. I feel like you're going to be so proud of yourself, how you handle things going forward. Yes, look, Wheel of Fortune at the back of your deck, at the back of the deck, but you're attracting better situations now, again, because it's the energy that you're sitting in, and those mountains, those obstacles are now going to be behind you. What's the Page of Swords? The Six of Pentacles. A lot of people are going to want to be in your energy now. Okay. I think that what people don't realize is even if you don't think you can read energy, when you come in contact with somebody, you're reading them, okay? And that's why sometimes you're repelled by certain people, because you just don't like the energy. It doesn't feel right to you, right? But people, because of this calm Zen energy that you guys are moving into, everybody's going to want a piece of you. Everybody's going to be reaching for you, and the Six of Pentacles is the scales too, right? Very, very balanced this group is going to be. Look, and you've showed strength and perseverance, okay, within hard times, things that you've had to, you guys are very, very strong, pile number ones. You've had to cut things out, cut people off, and you've done it. And now you guys are headed for this calm time. So let's get more. Pile number one, what is the energy my pile number ones are moving into? What energy? Okay, we got two. We got do nothing. And look at how she's, sitting in that yoga pose again. I feel like a lot of you might take up yoga or some sort of exercise, some different practice. Maybe some of you are going to be meditating more often. Release blocks. 1000%. You guys have released. I feel like the blocks that you've released were due to your own mind, your own limiting beliefs, the way that you looked at situations, the way that you handled situations. You embrace uncertainty now in a very different way, pile number one, and it's opening new paths for you. New doors are going to be opening in this next chapter. Again, you're able to bring in another person that's going to match that energy. Also, I just saw the communication card. I feel like you're communicating differently with people. You're calmer. Yeah, that's the energy. Pile number one. What energy is my pile number? And I heard no more restrictions. Like, you're not restricted anymore. There's no more blocks. Pile number ones. What energy are they moving into? Don't compromise. Absolutely. Boundaries, assertiveness, courage, unwavering. And you guys have been unwavering. Okay, I said that you guys were very strong people with that strength card. I'm seeing that you learned how to protect your heart. You've learned how to put up boundaries. And also you've learned how to stay calm. Okay, and you didn't compromise on yourself. Okay, you learned how to allow yourself to soar, even in like hard times. Again, if this is not the energy you're in right now, this is the energy that you're going to be moving into. And look at this. See the humor. Absolutely. You're going to laugh at things more. You're going to laugh at yourself more. You're going to laugh at situations more. Where you used to get stressed out, you're letting things fall off your back. And look at this other card we got turquoise, and it says forgiveness, seeking freedom, and healing. Yeah, you guys were seeking to find freedom from stress and, the way that your mind would plague you at times, and you've healed this. You've healed something and you've released something here. You guys are moving into the energy of Zen and peace, and, it's going to be... I'm just reading what these things are, and I just saw the word answers. I feel like you figured it out, pile number ones. You figured out how to, look at this back of the deck, the color pink, compassion, self-care, simplification, and beauty. And all of these things say, I'm enough. You guys really learned how to love yourself here, which again is why you can bring in somebody else if you so desired. But I feel like you guys... This one says, I matter. You guys learned self-love here. And again, look at the pose she's sitting in. I really do feel like you guys, either you learned how to meditate or you're doing some sort of exercise that grounds you or centers you. And I was even sitting in a different pose when I'm doing these cards that I normally would sit in when I do this. So I'm in your energy, and I have my legs crossed, and I'm just like sitting with my legs folded here. So I feel like that's why I sat this way. And look, be gentle with yourself. Absolutely. You guys are giving yourself grace. In this next chapter of your life, you're not taking yourself too seriously. You're being gentle with yourself. And again, I feel like for a lot of you in this next chapter, you're going to be finding somebody who matches your energy. The big picture. Absolutely. You're looking at the bigger picture in a different way, okay? And I feel like a lot of you are telling yourself, like, it's not that serious, or I'm learning how to realize that, I don't have to feel stressed all the time. I don't have to feel anxious. I can, I feel like you take a step back now. I feel like yeah, they're telling me like count to 10. I don't know. Maybe you're doing some sort of practice. Maybe some of you have been in therapy. I don't know. There's something here about learning how to look at the bigger picture, not to react, to be calmer, to be more gentle with yourself, to be more open-hearted. Look, open your heart. I feel like you guys are more caring and giving and loving, and it's a beautiful energy, guys. Pile number 1. What energy are they moving into? You guys are like this tree. Maybe you guys, I talked about grounding, right? Maybe you guys go outside and like you're in nature more, or, you do things to calm yourself whenever a stressful time comes up, or let's say you get into an argument with somebody. It's like you take a step back instead of like going at it with that person. It says tell the trees what you really think. Maybe you talk to nature. Maybe you hug trees. I don't know. You're doing something very, very grounded here. Okay, we talked about going outside and grounding. Look, telepathy. Maybe you guys talk to the trees telepathically. I don't know what you guys are doing, but whatever it is, it's working. And the energy you're moving into is one of peace and zen, and embrace this. And it says embrace what fate has in store for you. And Spirit at the back of the deck, Spirit is really proud of the strides that you guys have made. It says embrace what fate has in store for you. I feel like that's it. You're embracing life, and you're being gentle, and you're looking at the bigger picture, and you've changed your perspective on things, and that is why you're attracting different things to you. So let's get one from here. Also, look, reclaim your power. I feel like you have reclaimed your power. You've learned how to love yourself. Pile number 1. What energy is pile number 1 moving into? If this sounds like you, comment down below. And for the rest of us, tell the rest of us what you guys are doing. It says cardinal. Maybe you guys are going to start to see cardinals, because I am getting that. The number 9 could be significant for you as well. It says ignite your flame. I feel like you have found that flame within. And you guys, I feel like this, you see how this cardinal is flying towards the sun? That's what I feel like you guys are. That's the energy you're moving into, like this lighter hearted, this bright, very, very positive like energy here. And the back of the deck is hold the vision. I feel like that's what you're doing. You see a vision for yourself and you're holding it now. You're not losing sight of what's important, which is you guys, right? Let's get a final card here for my pile number 1s. What energy is my pile number 1 moving into? Prosperity begins. And look, it's the tree again with the roots. Yeah, okay, so Spirit's telling me some of you may have had a blockage in your root chakra and it cleared out, okay? And that's why you're more grounded. That's why you're more balanced, okay? When you have a blockage in your root chakra, things can't grow. You feel very, very unstable. And there was a healing that happened. That's why we did get that healing card too. And now prosperity can begin. And look, pile number 1, and wow, look at this, guys. Look at the synchronicity. This is card number 1 and this is card number 1. So you could be seeing 111 also. And the back of the deck is awareness. Again, you guys are sitting with the awareness of what life should be. And I feel like you're very enlightened now. And I feel like, look, Harmony and the Lovers, they wanted me to split the deck one more time because this is the Lovers card. And again, Spirit is saying because you're in this harmony and because you're in this balanced energy, the new chapter, the new energy that you're moving into can be with a partner if you so desire. So pile number 1, that is what I'm seeing for you. If it resonated with your situation, please give it the thumbs up, comment down below. I'd love to hear how it resonated, and I will see you in my next one. Hey, group number 2, if you chose the cute dolphin, this is going to be your reading on what energy are you guys moving into. Pile number 2, please, Spirit guides. Tap me into the collective of my group number 2s. What energy is my pile number 2s moving into? Oh, interesting. So what they're showing me right now is, you know how when you go into a ice cream shop and they give you like the little the little spoon testers, and you like test out the different flavors of ice cream to see which one you're gonna pick. That's what they're showing me. And intuitively, I'm getting from that like, you're going to have some options. The energy that you're moving into is you're going to have more options, or you're going to start to realize what you guys really like because you're tasting all the different flavors, metaphorically speaking, and then you're choosing the one that best suits you. So I feel like the energy that you guys are moving into is one of exploring options, seeing the different choices, realizing what's best for you, realizing what makes you guys happy. So with the dolphin here, that always reminds me of like happiness and fun, right? What makes my pile number 2s have fun, right? Maybe you guys don't even know anymore like what fun is. Maybe you guys, because they're playing me the Post Malone song, and he says, work so hard, forgot how to vacation. So it's like maybe you guys been working so hard that you haven't even taken a vacation in a while. In this next chapter, this energy that you're moving into is one of like options and fun and remembering how to have fun. Remember, like learning what you guys really like in life. The Hanged Man. Yeah, slowing down. And this is about looking at life in a different perspective. I feel like the energy you're moving into is looking at yourself in a different way and starting to think about, what do I really like? What do I really want out of life? I feel like it's a very contemplative energy, where Pisces energy, by the way, where you're going to be thinking about what the bigger picture looks like for you. The Chariot. And then when you figure out what you're looking for, you're going to charge toward it. You're going to take the reins of your own life in this next chapter, and you're going to charge toward whatever makes you happy, whatever is fun for you. Okay, because I feel like the 5 of Pentacles at the back, I feel like this has been lacking in your life. You've been lacking fun, you've been lacking excitement, and I feel like Spirit is wanting you to move into the energy of figuring yourself out. What makes you happy, pile number 2? Pile number 2. What else? Ace of Wands. Yeah, and I heard the world is your oyster. It's like, it's time for you to receive here, pile number 2. But Spirit is saying, make sure you're sitting with yourself and realizing what it is that you want to receive, so that you know what to ask for, because your hands are open. And the Ace of Wands is about passion. What makes you feel alive, pile number 2? It's very like, the energy is very contemplative. I feel like you're going to be asking yourself a lot of questions. What do I feel? What do I like? What do I want to do with my life? Like, I don't know. You're going to be, and then you're going to charge toward whatever makes you feel alive, whatever makes you feel that passion inside. Overall energy is the Hierophant. Yeah, this is Taurus energy, by the way. And Taurus energy, it makes me think of luxuries, the luxuries of life, right? And I want to say that's what you're looking for. You're looking for what is going to make you feel abundant, what is going to make you feel like life is worth living, right? Yeah, I feel like you guys, because now they're giving me another line from another song, and she says, I don't even know what song this is because they're just giving me the line, but she says, too strong for too long, too strong for too long, and I can't be without you, babe. Whatever song that is, that's the song they're giving me. But they're just giving me the line that you've been too strong for too long. So now the energy that you're moving into is one of like worrying about yourself, right? Worrying about what makes me happy in this next chapter. The Hanged Man. Let's clarify. And I feel like you're going to clarify to the universe, like, this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I need. This is what I've been missing. 5 of Pentacles again. You guys have been missing out, okay? You've been missing out on life. Some of you in this pile have legitimately been surviving life and not thriving, okay? The energy that you're moving into is one of thriving because you're looking at life in a different way. And I feel like you guys are tired of surviving. And it's time to get out of that survival mode. It's time to move into, and it's like, you know, you're going to move into the opposite. Like if your life was white, it's going to become black, or vice versa. It's like the opposite energy here of what you guys have been in. And we got the Six of Swords. Yeah, moving out of that. Absolutely. Yes. Moving out of this Five of Cups. Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Five of Cups is like looking at all the things that you don't have, right? I feel like this is what's changing. You're going to realize abundance and gratitude in this next chapter, because you're moving towards that with the Six of Swords, with the help of Spirit. Because in the traditional Six of Swords, there's a spirit guide leading you, and I feel like Spirit is pushing you to look at your life, look at this Five of Cups, look at this Five of Pentacles energy, and realize that you don't want to waste any more time in that energy. We're moving out of that energy, and we're moving into the fun energy of the Dolphin, right? Maybe you guys are even going to take a vacation. Look, Three of Cups at the back of the deck, and they're on the beach. Maybe you guys need a vacation. There's something here about learning how to, maybe this next chapter is when you're going to go out and, move into the energy of having fun with friends, because dolphins remind me of friendship. Three of Cups reminds me of friendship. Maybe the energy you're moving into is like making time to have fun with friends again. What is the Ace of Wands? What is the Ace of Wands? Guys, you love to freaking see it. The Sun. You're moving into happy times, okay? You're moving into exciting times, because they're showing me, this is a gong, and they're showing me another card in my third eye from the Tea Leaf Tarot, and it's a gong on there, and it says like an exciting announcement or something like that. Like I feel like you're moving into these like exciting times where you're announcing to the universe that this is what you want, this is where my passion lies, this is what I want to receive. And because you're saying that, the energy you have to move into that energy. The Nine of Cups at the back of the deck, you're moving into the wish fulfillment, feeling emotionally happy, okay? Because you guys have been tired of, okay, so they're showing me, you know how you put a shell up to your ear to listen to that? You guys are listening to your inner voice, and you're looking at life from a totally different perspective, and you're worrying about what makes you happy at this stage in your life. And sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we need to be selfish because we're missing out, right? What's the Hierophant? Maybe, the Hierophant is about being very like traditional and following rules. I feel like you're breaking out of that. What's the Hierophant? The Four of Cups. Absolutely. You're no longer interested in this traditional life, right? Okay, you're breaking free from something here in this new energy. And with the Four of Cups, it's like you don't want to be in, this is a card of like boredom. You guys are breaking free from like boredom. And remember I just said listening to the shell? Look how this hand is showing her the shell. That's so interesting. So it's like you're listening to yourself and realizing, I feel like you're moving into the energy of like making your inner child happy in this next stage of your life, where, if you see a swing, you're going to get on that swing as an adult and just swing around for a few minutes. Why? Simply because it makes you happy. And when you're in this happy energy, you attract more things to be happy about to you. So that's what I see you doing, and that's the energy I see you moving into. So let's get some oracle cards. Pile number 2s. What energy are they moving into? What energy is my pile? Okay. Embrace uncertainty and the past here. Again, I feel like you don't know how with embrace uncertainty, you don't know how this new way of thinking is going to go. You don't know if you're going to fall back into past patterns or past routines, but you guys are embracing the uncertainty and you're going with it. And I feel like you're walking this path towards the sun. I definitely think that this might be difficult for you to even sit with yourself and think about all the things that you want or the things that make you happy. I feel like you guys have been taking care of other people for so long, or being the strong person for everybody, that you've forgotten about yourself. And even though this new perspective or this new chapter may feel uncertain to you, you guys want to do it. And Spirit is saying, because the back of the deck is support, and this always reminds me of spirit guides. I feel like your spirit guides are saying, absolutely, we're going to support you through this new chapter, this new perspective of life, because that's the energy you guys are moving into. Pile number 2, what energy are they moving into? Trust the process. Create space for divine order to unfold. Absolutely. And it says the divine director. You guys are the divine director. You're realizing that what you say and what you feel and what you think is what your life becomes. But again, with the embrace uncertainty and trust the process, you're trusting this new process, that you're creating space for new things to unfold. And the back of the deck is divine knowledge, higher learning, commit to your vision. Yes, commit to your new vision, guys, because I feel like it's going to be a very, very different illumination. You guys, you cannot make it up. You guys are learning what you like in this new energy, and you're going to be embracing that. Pile number 2, the dolphin pile. What energy are they moving into? Infinite blessings. Oh my God. Because you guys are changing what's within, the outside is going to start reflecting that to you. And because you've told the universe that you matter and you're exploring those options, back to like tasting the different ice creams, you're exploring all the options, you're going to be getting infinite blessings. And look, assurance at the back of the deck. Spirit is assuring you that if you follow this path, this is what you guys are going to be headed into. And I just heard happy, happy. Wow, guys, this is going to be beautiful. Pile number 2, what energy are they moving into? No place like home. I feel like home is in your own self. I'm getting it as, you know, the home of your body. You're going to feel right in your body and your mind. You guys, it's going to feel peaceful. I heard for the first time, okay? You're going to start to feel like you know what you want, and you see how the light is shining out of the home, and I'm getting that's your physical body. I feel like in this your energy, you're going to feel better, okay? You're going to feel physically better. Come to the edge. Yes, this is like the Fool card. This is like that leap of faith. You're going to be trying new things. You're moving into the energy of taking chances and realizing what is no longer for you. Look, not for you. And you're no longer looking towards that. If it's not for you, you're closing that door. You're going to be trying different things because, again, they're bringing me back to the ice cream and trying the different ice cream flavors. And come to the edge is doing something new, doing something exciting, taking a risk, taking this leap of faith. And it's going to lead you to infinite blessings. And again, your inner child is going to feel so happy because you're trying new things and you're no longer holding yourself back, pile number 2s. What energy are they moving into, spirit guides? Barrier. Find ways around obstacles to happiness. That's what I was seeing. You're finding your way to happiness, pile number 2. You're lowering your boundaries. You're letting yourself off the hook, I heard. I feel like you're no longer like holding yourself back from, you're no longer having limiting beliefs. You're realizing, I feel like you guys are really just realizing that you matter. Past life. Absolutely. This is a lesson that you took with you. Okay. Look. Remember I said I heard happy, happy? There it is, happy. I feel like this is like a past life lesson that you're going to conquer this time around, where you realize that you're the most important person. And in order to bring in infinite blessings and creating space for this, you have to create the space in your own self, in your own body, is what I keep hearing. All right, what else? Let's get one from here. Pile number 2s. What energy are they moving into? And this always reminds me of like money falling from the sky. It says forgiveness, seeking freedom, and healing. Remember I just talked about past life? Yeah, you're healing that in this life, and it's bringing in these infinite blessings. Because again, this always reminds me of money falling from the sky. And you're, with the word freedom, you're freed from this. You're freed from this past life lesson that you didn't learn it in the past life, but you've learned it in this one. Spirit, relationships, intuition, connections, signs, and inspiration. Yeah, spirit is going to be working closely with you in this new energy, because I feel like you guys are not going to be used to doing like things very, very differently. And so your spirit guides are going to be showing you through signs and synchronicities, like things that, you know, light you up, things that make you happy. And look, showers of prosperity, guys. Yeah, wealth, opportunity, success, manifestations. I feel like with infinite blessings and showers of prosperity, you're opening the door to this. And this is going to be amazing for you. This is such a great chapter. Let's close out with one of these. Pile number 2. What energy are they moving into? Conflict and defeat. And this is that 5 of Pentacles energy again. But you've learned, look, 5-5, which is the number of change. Movement, I love this. Movement, choices, and decisions. And your pile number 2. And remember, again, tasting the ice cream. I said at the very beginning, you were going to start having different choices, and you're going to start to explore different options in this new energy. And look at all these choices available to you. New doors, pile number 2. New things opening up, changes coming in for you guys. And again, with this is like the same energy for me with the intuition. Your intuition and your third eye are going to be, you know, really strong, showing you what makes you feel alive. So it's going to be a great energy that you guys are moving into, pile number 2. If that reading resonated with you guys, hit the thumbs up, comment down below, let me know how it resonated, and I will see you in my next one. Hey, group 3, if you chose the butterfly, this is going to be your reading on what energy you're moving into. Spirit guides, please tap me into the collective of my group number 3 is the butterfly pile. What energy are they moving into, Spirit? I'm hearing that, I don't know who they did, maybe Nelly Furtado? I don't know. She's like, I'm like a bird, I let you fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. Maybe you guys are going to be searching for something in this next chapter, because she's like a bird and she wants to fly away. I feel like the energy you're moving into is one of freedom. You want to explore. You want maybe some of you are going to be traveling, but I feel like you're going to feel very like free. You know how the caterpillar breaks out and becomes the butterfly? That's the energy you're moving into. One of like a beautiful butterfly, I want to say. Ooh, I like this energy, pile 3. I just heard spidey senses too. So I kind of feel like you're going to feel more sensitive, or more, maybe some of you, if you have psychic gifts, or they're going to be heightened. I feel like you're going to be very sensitive to energy, or there's something here about like being extra sensitive. Okay. I don't know what that means, but let me get more. Because I heard spidey senses, like you're going to sense things, or you're going to feel things more. Queen of Pentacles. You could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What energy is my pile number 3 is moving towards? The Hermit. Yes, I feel like you guys are going to be feeling very... this next chapter, this energy that you're moving into is going to be filled with like spiritual purpose, or I feel like you're going to feel enlightened. Okay. You may be going within more. I feel like a lot of you are going to be woken up to, maybe you guys are going to be going through a spiritual awakening. Yeah, this is like a very, pile 3 is going to be a very spiritual energy. You're moving into, some sort of a time where you're going to be communicating with spirit more, your guides. maybe even, because this is the card of ancestors for me, maybe even like talking to or honoring your deceased ancestors here. Some of you may be making an altar is what Spirit just told me. 8 of Wands, absolutely communicating. Okay, all right, Spirit, I got it. Communicating with your spirit guides, communicating with the other side. I feel like you're going to be more connected than ever. Spirit's going to be, the energy you're moving into is one of enlightened and is one of enlightenment. I feel like this pile is definitely going to be going through a spiritual awakening. 1000%. I feel like things are going to start flooding in. I feel like you could maybe start receiving downloads. I feel like you're going to see signs and synchronicities nonstop, and they're going to be pointing you in the direction that you need to go in life, because I feel like you graduated. Absolutely. You guys went from the caterpillar to the butterfly, so now you're ready to receive more. And I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of spiritual signs here. 2 of Cups at the back of the deck. You may even be meeting somebody who, I'm not getting love here, I'm getting somebody that mirrors you and kind of brings out a more spiritual side of you. I feel like you could be meeting some sort of a mentor or a guru or somebody that is spiritual that kind of, okay, Spirit, thank you. All right, what Spirit just told me is you could be meeting somebody that activates you, somebody that has spiritual gifts and kind of like turns yours on, or there's something here about this pile is my very, very spiritual pile. You already had something going on, but it's like it's being taken to the next level. The energy that you're moving into is grounding your spiritual gifts here. Yep. What's the Queen of Pentacles? Yeah, because they're showing me how she's got these flowers around her head, like the crown chakra. I feel like you guys are going to start receiving, okay, from above. Maybe you guys are going to be able to channel, or maybe you're going to start learning tarot for yourself. Yeah, what's the Queen of Pentacles? The 3 of Cups. And this is what I was getting with the person here. Could be a friend, or you're going to meet somebody that is going to activate your spiritual gifts. It's going to, quote unquote, turn you on or activate you. And for some of you, you could even go and seek out like a personal reading from somebody, and it's going to be like life-changing for you. Your next chapter, your energy that you're moving into is one of embracing spiritual gifts or turning on your spiritual gifts. What is the Hermit? You're going to be meditating more in this next phase. The energy is going to be very... I'm getting the word awareness. Like you're going to start being made aware of things that you weren't aware of before. The Hermit. The King of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're going to start to just feel more, okay? You're going to start to, maybe you guys are going to be able to read energy, or you're going to sense and feel. And I feel like the energy you're moving into is one of sensitivity and being able to read a room or understand when somebody's, words aren't matching up with what the energy is telling you. And it's a great gift to have, guys. I will just say. 8 of Wands. Because people can tell you things till they're blue in the face, right? But if the energy is not matching it, you will know. You're going to be like, you guys are going to be like a human lie detector. Wow, this is beautiful. What is the 8 of Wands? 5 of Cups. Look at this. 8 of Wands, which talks about communication. 5 of Cups. You're going to realize, to walk away from somebody whose, energy is not matching their words in this next phase of your life here. I feel like you're going to know when somebody's BSing you. What's the 2 of Cups? Guys, I knew it. 5 of Pentacles, okay? This is like somebody comes into your life, right? This is almost like a love bomber, right? Somebody that's like telling you everything you want to hear, and then that person ends up ghosting you. But here's the thing, you're gonna know now. You're gonna be able to, this next chapter, your energy that you're moving into, you're gonna be able to receive from the divine messages or synchronicities, and you're gonna be able to know what those synchronicities mean. And you're gonna be able to understand when somebody's words aren't matching their actions and what they're actually lacking inside of them. You're gonna be able to see. And they're showing me like an x-ray, right? Like you can see through a person. Look, when somebody's a devil and they think that they're blinding you, these people are blindfolded you, they think that they're getting over on you. Your energy, this that you're moving into, you're going to be able to know when somebody's a devil. Okay, you're going to be able to see right through it, and you're not going to get your heart broken anymore, pile number 3, 3 of Swords, because you're going to be able to see it. Look at this, the Wheel of Fortune. They told me to keep picking up these cards. The Wheel of Fortune. This is where you flip the script. This is where you get out of something before it hurts you, because you have the knowledge, because you have the spiritual gift to read energy. This is so amazing, guys. I mean, I have this gift already, and I can tell you, it is crafty to have. Look, stay in integrity. And the reason why you're getting this is because you've proven to the universe that you are a person that has integrity, that you are somebody who is honest, and Spirit doesn't want anybody getting over on you anymore. Pile number 3, what energy are they moving into? The past. Yeah, if people from the past could return, you're going to be able to know if they've changed. These are the gifts. Pile focus. Your focus, your mind is going to be so focused all the time. You're going to understand more than you've ever understood before. Look, take a breath. And I heard take a beat. You're going to know when to leave somebody behind, when to walk away from something. You're no longer going to invest your time into things and people that aren't, look at this, initiatory experience. Your current situation is initiating your gifts. Guys, your psychic gifts are being turned on. You're moving into the energy of learning how to read energy, of getting gifts, okay? I'm telling you guys, I see it. And what's going to happen is you're no longer going to be fooled, or you're no longer going to be tricked, because you're going to have the gift of enlightenment. Because you've become this butterfly, Spirit is saying you're ready. You're ready to turn this on. You're ready to receive. Really? Enlightened action. Did I or did I not just say enlightened? Choose compassion, move forward with grace. And here's the thing, guys. When you know this energy where somebody's not being honest with you, you're not going to say anything. You're just going to move forward with grace. You're going to, that's part of who you are, this beautiful butterfly, okay? But Spirit is saying that you're so pure and so honest that they don't want other people to be able to get over on you anymore, which is why you're getting these gifts for a lot of you. And you see how her third eye has like a jewel over it? I feel like your third eye was blocked for a while. So the energy that you're moving into is your pineal gland. It will be decalcified, and you're going to be able to see things for what they are. It's going to be great for you guys, and I'm very excited for you guys. Pile number 3, what energy are they moving into? Seek beauty. And Spirit is saying that your life is headed for this beautiful it's headed in a beautiful direction here, where wishes are going to be granted. She's blowing out these candles, and I'm also seeing the head all enlightened. I feel like you guys are going to be getting a lot of downloads, and you're going to be seeing life through a very different lens, is what they just told me. You're going to be seeing the beauty in life now, because Spirit is showing you so much more than the average person gets to see. Shift your energy. Yep, you guys are shifting energy here. And look, the back of the deck, you are worth it. Of course, pile number 3, you've always been worth it. But the universe has deemed it time for you to receive this, to turn on these gifts for you. Look, wise decision. Yeah, see how they're all clapping for you? They realize that you guys, you know, it's time. It's time for you to turn on your psychic gifts, or it's time for you to be enlightened. It's time for you to understand energy. Yep. And they just told me green light. Like, it's been green lighted for you guys. Like, it is, it's time. And it says happiness, vibrancy, energy, and hope. Yes, you're moving into this happy, light energy. And I feel like with the light, it's like your vibration is very, very light. Again, you're going to be seeing, you know, different spiritual signs. You're moving into this happy, light-hearted energy. And I feel like in this next chapter, these archangels will be around you, working with you. Archangel Chamuel is one that is going to be guiding you through look at this, guys. Angels are watching over you. I just said you're going to have angels around you. And look, angels are watching over you, supported, protected, loved, and encouraged. They're going to be supporting you through this transition for you guys. And you see the halos? Again, I just keep getting like energy going into your crown chakra, going into your third eye. Okay, maybe you guys have been like doing something to decalcify your third eye, or maybe you've been doing some sort of practice to try to ask for psychic gifts. I don't know, but the back of the deck is spiritual adventure. Yeah, travel, education, experience, and inspiration. Okay, this is going to be a very different experience for you guys. And it's like your angels, right? Here's another angel by you, and they're guiding you when, you know, this girl is blind. You weren't able to see this, again, with your third eye being calcified. I was saying you weren't able to see, but it's being opened up. You know, metaphorically speaking, this girl was blind and now she's going to be able to see. And you guys are getting this, the energy that you're moving into is one of spiritual eyes. That's what they just told me, spiritual eyes. All right, let's get one from here. Pile number 3. What energy are they moving into? Pile number 3 is, what energy are they moving into? Reclaim your power. Pile number 3. Definitely. I'm sure you guys had gifts in a past life, and it's time for you to reclaim those gifts. It's time for you to take back your power. The energy you're moving into is you're taking back your power. Look, seek perspective. Yeah, you're going to have a new perspective on life here when you get your powers back. Heal and regenerate. And number 1 again. So 1, I saw the other one. 111 could be a sign for you guys. But yeah, heal and regenerate. I feel like your powers are healing and regenerating, and you're healing your third eye. There was definitely some sort of blockage here. I feel like your crown and your third eye are healing and regenerating, and that's why these powers are coming in for you. And remember, look, didn't I say sensitivity? Honor your sensitivity, guys. This is the new energy you're moving into. You're going to be very, very sensitive to energy. Very sensitive. You're going to sense and feel things that you've never felt before, that you're going to feel very, very different here, pile number 3s. And I hope you're ready for it. It'll be very exciting. Comment down below if you've already started to experience this, if you're already starting to receive, if you're already headed into this energy and you already know about it. Pile number 3 is, what energy are they moving into? Accelerated motion. This is the 8 of Wands again. The energy is shifting. The energy is moving at a rapid pace for you guys, okay? Material and spiritual prosperity. Absolutely. Material and spiritual prosperity. Yeah. Pile number 3. What energy are they moving into, spirit guides? Emotional withdrawal. Another 8. Stand your ground. And this is, yeah, there's another number 1. This is your destiny. This was always going to be your destiny. This is the Wheel of Fortune to, you know, be a strong, some of you may end up being like spiritual leaders, or, you know, having your own psychic gifts, whatever this is. But I feel like the energy is moving towards that area, okay, where you're emotionally sensitive, and you're going to be picking up on things, and all of the angels are going to be watching over you as you start to turn on, as these gifts are green lighted for you. So if this reading resonated with what you guys have been experiencing, please comment down below. I'd love to hear how it resonated for you, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thanks for watching.